Thanks for such a nice introduction, Arushi. But I think you guys have given much better introduction to me. I'm that guy in a video teaching debit and credit to people. That's much better introduction. And now I'm feeling like was I stupid to stop there? I should have continued that. What am I doing here? But yeah, thanks. And what I'm gonna say, you might feel like a deja vu shot because I've done that in past, the same format. But yeah, there are new learnings, there are new initiatives, and there are new problems, challenges which we're gonna talk about. So let's get started right away. My favorite slide. Products is everything. We are here for products. We have seen amazing product being developed by one single engineer, but when it comes to customer, it's other way around. Customers do look at product, but at the same time they also look at the ecosystem. And what we mean by ecosystem is multiple things. Of course, product is at the center of it. If we don't have product, nothing else makes sense. But to take product to the customers, we need partners to do last mile deliveries. And for the success of both product and partners, we need to do marketing. And we are into services business. We know how important learning, knowing product, knowing customer, knowing business processes are, right? So we have to have a model wherein we keep training and learning. So this, in my opinion, makes a ecosystem, and we'll scale ourselves. We'll rate ourselves as to where are we doing good, where are we doing bad, and we'll do that by covering what we did in the last year. So in the last year, right after the Frappeverse, we went to Jitex. I think Priyanka has shared it, so I won't emphasize much on the thing. In the Jitex, there were two kind of people who basically would come and meet us. 50% of them already knew Frappe and ERP Next, and the reason they would come is basically like just thank that, oh, we have built entire company based on your platform. We have 30 customers, 50 customers, right? So they knew the product already, they knew the ecosystem already. And then there were skeptics because we had 100% free and open source written there, and oh, there's something fishy, it's not possible. And how do you make money was the immediate question. This, what's the catch is all they wanted to know. So the learning from there is basically Frappe products is our marketing. I think there's been several discussion as to when we will do marketing. We have so many products, we're building so many products, when we'll do marketing. My learning at least was that our product itself is our marketing because it is free and open source. You don't have to basically do the traditional product marketing like the people do. But the partners come back and they're like, no, we don't understand you. Frappe guys don't understand that, oh, billboards and everything is necessary. We do understand. We are not discounting that, and we even tried it. Right, we did some interesting hoarding campaign and billboard campaign at very interesting time, and we had our own learnings from that. So but I would still argue that okay, product is our marketing. We can't basically compete with the traditional ecosystem. And then happened the KSA conference. We went to Saudi, and I think this was the first very localized conference where all talks was in Arabic. It was all going over my head. Hardly understood anything, but the energy was great. And the takeaway was the FOSS policy. If you have to basically nail the market, nail the big guys who make the rules, right? And that's what these guys did. They went to policymakers, and they basically showed the power of FOSS and open source, and the product also. And now the government of Saudi sponsors implementation of ERP Next. Just think about it, right? So yeah, and that was even before we stepped in and we started marketing. There was 600 plus NGOs on ERP Next. There were 800 plus factories implementing ERP Next under their program of future factories, right? And it was because of community, you guys, by the way. One of you guys actually went there and made it happen. So that's the power of FOSS policy. That's how you guys can also go out and influence the policymakers. Then we went to Kenya, and we also went to Indonesia and Philippines. I wanted to explore that market, and before coming to the point, so much familiarity which I experienced in these two markets. Like we have traffic rules, and we are breaking all those rules all those times. Similar thing was there also, right? Breaking traffic rules all the time. So much familiarity. But what actually thing which we really did there in both these conferences is before doing an event, we ensured we had compliances. for Kenya, for Uganda, for different African region, and even in Indonesia, we ensured that we had the compliance app ready. And why it is important is because it gives you a common marketing channel. When it comes to ERP, one business owner might have a requirement of accounting application, someone has problem of ordering management, someone has problem in manufacturing. But compliance is static. Everyone needs standard accounting compliance. And now all the government is actually going into the direction of invoicing, right? So it's a great opportunity if you are into international market or serving into international market. Just see if you have the compliance app available. If not, then it's an opportunity for you to make one and own one, and that's how you can also establish your brand. So all this localization application we are talking about was built by the partners. Along with that, yeah, so I think in last year, in total, we have 14 countries localization app, 6 new were added. I'm sorry for the mistake. And I think yesterday Priyanka also mentioned, but we forgot to recognize the contribution and the localization application from Europe. So credits to Rafael. I think he's here. Thanks. Yeah, Rafael. So he is the guy who played it very smart. He knew that everyone in Europe is gonna need invoicing, right? So he didn't make it for free. He started a campaign that I'm ready to make it, but yeah, let's crowdsource. And everyone needed it in people crowdsource, and that's how he basically made it and open source it. So smart way. And yeah, I think yesterday Rishabh mentioned that world is unraveling. So there are countries where there are currency problem. It's destabilized. People need dollar, but they don't have dollar because of the demand. So we uh, we basically allowed partner to make payment gateway integration. Navari made M-Pesa integration. Accenture guys made PayMob integration for payment gateway along with the backend. So we have made that payment localization is one thing which we worked on. So overall, if you look at, I mean, the coverage is on the product side. We are building localization. There are partners who are building localization. There are partners with whom we are doing expos and events. And both this thing is leading to some marketing, right? One thing which we are missing is clearly training, right? We are not training as much as we should. uh, and on the other side, when we do partner meetups, right? This is an image from our partner meetup in our office on Wednesday. And one of the point which most of the partner highlighted is basically they have this problem of talent capacity. They have project, they have business, have capability to, they can deliver, right? But they don't have people, trained people who can basically deliver. I would like to ask people here, how many people, how many partners face this problem here? The talent problem. You have project, but so quite a few hands, right? So what should be the problem? We are the people who are doing business, right? It's our responsibility to develop, nurture talent also, but there is some gap which we need to fill. And that's where Frappe School comes into picture, wherein we have host of applications, we have host of, I'm sorry, courses, recorded courses available. One milestone is we reached 60,000 users on Frappe School very recently. I think, yeah, credit goes to Saili Jannat, who worked towards it most. Baswaraj, I would like to mention him. He was the one who started the Frappe School. So, and this is the probably the biggest user base we have in the ecosystem. Keep considering forum and Frappe Cloud and everything. The biggest platform wherein we have most of the users. And now I would like to come to basically story of a Satya Nadella as to why learning is important, right? So before Satya Nadella, Microsoft was being driven by Steve Ballmer, right? That developer guy, right? So he and there was lots of problem with Microsoft. They were not growing. They stagnated. They had bad acquisitions, which they did, right? In fact, there's this quote from Steve Ballmer that Linux is virus, right? That's how basically he considered open source. But Satya Nadella changed it. Firstly, he basically brought in this culture of learn it all. Don't be know it all, but learn it all, which is very important in the transition of entire such a huge organization like Microsoft. And he embraced open source. They acquired go ahead and acquired GitHub itself. They changed transition from product company to platform company with Azure, right? And most of it was based on Linux. And along with that, basically they also upgraded lots of their training content. They invested into their training ecosystem. And all of this together helped in turnaround of Microsoft the way it is, right? They're very, very different company as compared to the time of Steve Ballmer. So that's how important a learning ecosystem can play a role in the overall success of ecosystem. So on Frappe School, some stats, quick stats. This year we made 4 new courses. We have 5 upcoming courses, and in total we have 35 courses on Frappe School. We have conducted 48 training batches. These are cohorts, right? Some of it happens in person, like just before the conference, we had one in-person batch in our office, and most of it is other batches are online. And we have issued 264 certifications in total. And this is very, very underrated feature of Frappe School. We have 400. We have helped 400 people get jobs through Frappe School. And there were, considering all the jobs which are posted on Frappe School, 6,000 applications were made, right? So once, if your platform, if your content is helping people find job and helping employers, find people, that really completes the loop. So that's an indication that this ecosystem is scalable and can be scaled further. So we this is a team we had couple of days ago, but something happened. There was a surprise. Two of them left, and these are the like pillars of Frappe School. Hussein and Dharmesh discontinued with us, and I was like, oh God, who's gonna make courses? Who's gonna conduct evaluation? But luckily, then. I would like to mention Chandru here. He came to rescue, and he basically said that he'll do the evaluations. Anything for Frappe. That was his statement, simply. Right. So actually, then community came to rescue. Is the point I'm trying to make, right? So clearly, we have more demand and less supply, and we need to basically bridge that gap. And here's a clear call for Frappe trainers. We need trainers from community. And it's not that we don't have training capacity in the community. There are people who are making courses, who are uploading courses, and training people, which is great, which should continue. Not that everything should be centralized and should be on Frappe School. That's not the point. That should also continue. But 100% decentralization is also not good. We should have some middle ground. And yeah, the point I'm trying to make with the decentralized effort is like just the analogy. If we have water 100 feet below this surface level, and if all of us basically drill holes like of someone of 50 30 40, we're not none of us is going to get water. We'll have to basically drill one hole of 100 feet, and everyone will gets water. So we'll have to basically do some collaboration on this particular thing to make it happen. And why would you do it? I mean, it's simple. What's in it for me? What's in it for me? The question. So at Frappe School, we are making $85,000 dollars per year. uh, we are ready to give away 80% of it to trainers. We only keep 20% as a platform fee. So that's a clear incentive for the trainers. And very soon we are gonna come up with trainer listing also. And again, if you want to basically don't conduct batches with Frappe School, you can still train people. But what actually customers expect is to work with the certified people, right? Even in your company, you want someone else to validate if this person is knowledgeable or not knowledgeable. And your customer also is more confident. In fact, you can probably charge premium to your customer, saying that, okay, no, we'll only provide certified candidates, right? So this way you can actually get into a new line of business, probably called resource segmenters. Resource augmentation is one big area of revenue stream, I would say, where partners can actually think about getting. But quality is something which we'll have to focus on, and that can be done through certification. So you guys can train, and we guys can certify, and we can actually, of course, give you commissions on the certifications also. So I would like to call out two companies here: the Commit Company, Nikhil Kothari, and of course Build with Hussein, our very own, who has been consistently delivering batches through Frappe School and helping people get certified, making amazing content. So yeah, they very much deserve it. And they will be these will be the two partners who will get listing on Frappe School whenever we start. So if you are interested, if you want to get train people, conduct courses on Frappe School, help people get certified, this is the link. You can fill up that form, and we'll be happy to further guide you. Now, okay, so we have a revolutionist, just using a quote from one of the revolutionaries from India. education is something we have spoken about. Let's keep education aside for a minute, but organize. So the problem is also like all these things are good, right? We should do localization, we should do trainings, we should do, but at the same time we also have to ensure our paychecks are delivered. That's our core business problem, then that can't be discounted. So we, in my opinion, we need actually a model. So currently we are again completely decentralized. There is Frappe, there is developers, there is partner, and we often discover that there are two partners or three partners who are actually building same localization application, right? But not collaborating. There are people who are conducting trainings, but not, let's say, sharing with others. So there are lots of collaboration opportunity which we are missing out because we don't have any structure in the community. If Frappe gets involved and provide some incentive or drive thing, it happens. But without Frappe, everyone is basically going into their own direction. So my proposal is basically we need to bring in some sanity, some structure into the community also, right? So that when we do things, it there is a structure, there is a body to whom basically each partner can assign, can align to from the community, and think about these initiatives. So I think that's it from me. I'm right on time. Cool. I think we have time for Q&A or no? Okay. It was too bad or too good, either, if there are no questions. Mina want to say something. Mina want to take the stage itself. Oh, yeah.
Regarding your last chi- Hello? Regarding your last slide of organizing
Yeah, yeah.
and the need of or the vision of Frappe to organize the community, how much Frappe is willing to put into this in terms of US dollars?
In terms of US dollars. Okay, okay, okay. That question would have been better asked in the partner meetup. You didn't ask it there. But we have a democracy, so we'll have to then put a nice proposal on game plan, the product which you see, and then we'll have to basically come up with the initiative, how much budget you would need, and based on that, then we'll have to come up with a number. So, but what we have done when it comes to, let's say, specific organizations, specific initiatives, I'll talk about. When partners have taken initiative to do an exhibition, we have pitch in. We have in events, we have also pitched in. So these are the initiatives wherein we have done in collaboration with partners. And I think training also, we have this model which through which we have basically incentivized partners and collaborated with them multiple times.
How much in US dollars?
That will make it. I mean,
Okay,
answering that
okay.
will
Let's
make me a dictator,
let's
and we
take
are
this.
democracy.
Let's take this. But this is a commitment from you guys to pay US dollars.
We have been.
Okay.
The answer which I gave is basically we have been and collaborating with partners.
This is recorded, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool. Cool. I think let's move to next talk. Thanks very much.
Sorry, one last question.
Oh, we have question.
I'm here.
Yeah.
No, well, I think yeah, you meant when speaking about training and certification, you said that one way to get quality is certification.
Yes.
But I'm trying to ask, is there anything else? Because you mentioned there's one way is that what else is there, which is we can expect if it's coming from your Frappe school or elsewhere. So is there something else apart from the certification?
So we want to basically get better at courses. I think we have received quite a few feedback that actually the quality of courses which we had in the past was definitely better. That's one thing which we'll need to basically go back or not really upgrade, but make a better quality of courses is one thing, and collaborate more with partners. What more thing? I think we'll have to basically give a little bit more prominence to jobs. Help people get jobs. So what one thing which we have recently initiated, currently the certification which we have is really like a bit demanding. You have to be really experienced on the functional side, on the business process side, and that really made newcomer kind of challenging to get certified. We have initiated a new certification called associate certificate, associate ERP, ERPNX associate certification, which actually covers the surface area and some of the functionalities like data import, role and permission, which actually makes the consultant productive in much lesser time. right? So that's a very new initiative taken by Frappe School, and I think we got nice traction. We That batch was oversold, so it will help newcomers in the community adapt to the ecosystem faster. Thank you.